Hey, it's Coyote Christina. It is Saturday of week 8 of the Amazed and Amused campaign. And it's the I Dissent discussion, but we have lots of stuff going on. We have the Lionsgate portal, which was at its maximum opening yesterday, and it's now, the vibrations, I guess, will be lessening. The biggest thing about the 8th is that's when the vibrations are the strongest. But the portal opens from July 28th to August 12th. So we have a few more days here. And that energy is running strong. Plus we have the energy of the Aquarius full moon tonight. So I'm making this video and then I'm heading to the beach. It's cloudy out, so probably won't see the moon rise on the horizon, but maybe. And I have my lion's mane today, even though tiger is my power totem, since this is the Lionsgate portal. Going for that. So the Amazed and Amused campaign is about sharing information about the book, my second book. I self-published my first book, and my big dream is to be a published author. So I'm doing this campaign to share about the book, to do pre-sales, and to encourage people to become free subscribers on my Substack, Christina Smith Larney on Substack. Or the pre-sale is on my website, tkcdreams.net. Just hit book launch to buy a copy of Amazed, Amused, and Often Confused, which is a book about animal guides and how they can inspire us on our path. First, initially it was my path from heartbreak to joy. That's my first book was on. The name is To Kill a Coyote. That's how great of a marketer I am. So you know when you hear To Kill a Coyote, it's about the journey from heartbreak to joy. Or it's a poetic To Kill a Coyote. So basically that means that coyotes are one of the most resourceful animals there are. They exist from Alaska to Costa Rica. And really, if you try to cull a coyote population, you can kill up to 80% of coyotes. And if you stop managing that population, within 3 to 5 years, they'll be back to where they were before they were controlling the populations. So they are very persistent, very adaptable. So it's really, to kill a coyote is, I don't know the proper technical term, but it doesn't really happen. What it really means is that we have to get rid of the harmful illusions that hold us back. So, and that involves daily practices, connecting with our body's knowing, connecting with our inner wisdom, and learning to be our own guide, and finding the greatest teacher of all, the greatest teacher within. So that's what we're here doing. That's what Amazed and Amused. It's using animal guides to perk our curiosity and get us interested and moving away from the fear and towards curiosity. But today on Saturdays is a shout out or a recognition of the state of the world, and I dissent. Right now I dissent with every breath I take. I dissent from our constitutional rights, our human rights being taken away, the complete abuse of power that's going on in our government in the United States. Thank you to the rest of the world for standing up and protesting, for our continued support of Israel and the horrible starvation that's going on in Gaza. It's pretty, I just think horrifying. I don't know what else to say about it. Feels like we're going back to the 20th and 19th century. It's like, come on people, 21st century, can we just treat each other with care? With common decency? It doesn't have to be care, just how about decency? Let's get to tolerance instead of complete brutality. But I saw a really interesting post this week, and it was Scott Galloway talking about the middle class and a horrible tax bill. What Trump calls the big beautiful bill is actually a horrible bill. He said income inequality is out of control. Tax policy has gone full oligarch. I'm just going to read the notes I took when I was watching this. Something I thought was really interesting, he was talking about super earners and super owners. So people who are super earners, and he just quoted for New York and New Jersey, but those people making millions of dollars every year, they are paying probably 48 to 52% in taxes. So they have a higher tax rate at a certain level. But those are the people who are earning and working. The people who own, super owners, he said over an average of 10 years, we're paying 17% in taxes. So these people are buying and selling companies for millions, billions of dollars and getting taxed. He was saying how his last company he sold for $160 million, and that first $10 million he didn't even get taxed on. So hey, wouldn't it be great to make $10 million and not even get taxed on it? Would it be great to make $100,000 and not get taxed? But I don't mind getting taxed if I don't need all that money, and I'm way poor. Well, I actually do need all that money right now, but that's off topic. The people who are wanting these tax breaks and wanting more money in their pocket and to keep it all don't need any money. Like, they don't need to work another day of their life, and they will be fine. They will have food on the table and they will have shelter. They have multiple homes. They probably have private jets. So they don't need more money. It's all just this more, that mantra, the ego living from the third chakra, closed off from their heart chakra. So they always are looking for love and wanting more because their heart chakra is so shut down, and it's never the ego. It's never enough for the ego. If you live straight from your ego and don't have an open heart connected to it, you'll never be satisfied. But getting back to tax policy, and the thing I really liked about what he was saying, and this is what I don't understand either, is like, at a certain level, like, money does give you time and freedom. What is it? Money is time, time is money. So at a certain level, a certain amount of money will give you more freedom and more happiness, because you'll be more independent. You don't have to work 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week to pay your bills, to support your family. If you're making really good money and working like 20 hours a week, how amazing would that be? What a quality of life. I have been, my paycheck basically between my law school loans and mortgages for the last, I graduated from law school in 2009, started paying back in 2010. So for 15 years now, I would say 50 to 60% of my paychecks every month have gone just towards rent, towards my mortgage and towards my student loan payment. So that, like, have to be able to, like, earn a living and, like, work a couple days and be able to pay my mortgage would be amazing. I know a lot of people out there will agree with that. But he was basically saying how there's a certain limit. Like, what is that limit? 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, like, will bring you more happiness. But at a certain point, the difference between making 5 million or 10 million and 50 million, it doesn't make you more happy at that point. So why do they need more money? It's because it's not about happiness. It's about a need, and ego-driven insecurities. So let's see, what else was he talking? Oh, and he was talking, this was super interesting. So basically happiness after, say, 10 million is incremental, but the difference between a household that makes 30,000 to the jump of 15,000 to 50,000 for a low-income household is huge. And saying how kids in low-income households have a higher resting blood pressure. So we're talking about the health and well-being of people for $20,000 a year. Why these people want tax breaks of millions of dollars. Let's see, what else? When I say these people, I mean the oligarchs, the people who are going along and bowing to, like, they won't risk $1 of their millions to support democracy, to support the American middle class, to support other people in our communities, to stand up against what's happening. First time in American history that a 30-year-old is not doing as well as their parents. Why? There's such a small number of people can be worth more than people can be worth more than nation states. And he also said that the biggest growing class in America is actually billionaires, and that when 40% of U.S. households are struggling with medical or dental bills, when 20 to 25% of households, U.S. households with kids, are food insecure, and yet the wealthy are becoming more and more wealthy, and they've passed a tax bill that's taking away basic Medicaid, Medicare, free meals for kids at school, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know where to start, where to end with all this stuff, but it was super interesting. Once again, it's Scott Galloway. Really, he's a professor of economics, I believe, or professor of something, or when I was looking him up, it looked like it said Professor Galloway. And the tax code, he said, has gone from 400 to 4,000 pages, which is ridiculous. It's 3.6 thousand pages to screw over the middle class and funnel more money to the super wealthy. The fastest growing group in America is billionaires. It went from 500 billionaires 10 years ago to 2,500 billionaires. And some of these people, or maybe all these billionaires, I'm not sure about the exact statistics, but they basically have a net worth more than certain nation states. And when individuals have more wealth than a whole nation state, they don't care about sovereignty. They don't care about people's rights. They can buy whatever they want. Just right now, our government is basically buying headhunters that violating the law. We're talking about ICE agents with 30,000, 50,000 signing bonuses. We want to cut government. We want to cut basic programs, Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, but we can pay $30,000 to $50,000 bonuses to ICE agents. Like, what is going on, and why are people not paying attention? I feel like I'm not making a lot of sense, and I'm just complaining. So I just wanted to put some information out there that I found really interesting when I heard that about the tax bill. And I hope you found some of it useful. I'm going to the beach now to align with nature and try to be at peace with the world and with myself. Speak my dreams. I keep speaking my dreams day after day here with the campaign, Amazed and Amused and Often Confused, to become a published author, to sell 500 books in my pre-sale, to sell 1 million copies in the next couple of years, to get 20,000 subscribers on my Substack is the goal of the campaign I'm running. So hope you're well. iDissent. DM with me with questions or suggestions or encouragement. Let me know what you need. Take care. Bye-bye.